10 a.m. Luckily, I got a good start. It wasn't even 2 a.m. when I started. So, like, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to get going. I got the 3 p.m.er. 3 p.m.er didn't get into LA till like, you know. Well, it was supposed to get in like 2 at Union Station, but they had a stop right by Burbank Airport that I didn't even know about. And I'm like, you know what? I was thinking about going to see my friend Barney in the Valley anyways. So I'm like, I'd rather be in the Valley walking around than Union Station. So I got out and I just started walking. I got 18,000 steps. Then I took the bus over by, I just threw all my change in the bus. Van Nuys and Burbank. I took that to Westwood and went to the Subway sandwich, had a sandwich, hung out there for a little while, talked to a guy from India for a while who was working there, and kind of rested there for a minute because I was pretty tired, to be honest. So now I'm walking down, actually, just about exactly 13 years ago, I lived over a couple miles down here. Actually, around this time, I'd have moved out because I was there from like January to like somewhere around this time. Actually, it was probably 4 or 5 months. It was like a weekly. I think we had more weeklies. You know, it's good for non-cash types. You see lots of e-bikes now. The thing about LA is the hotels. You used to be able to get a hotel for, $100. Now the hotels are like, whoa, they're really, even the Motel 6s are like, what's up? Even the Motel 6s are like $150 now, you know? Oh shit. There was a hostel I stayed out last time, and they have your own room for like $60, so that's a pretty good deal. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm really gonna stay in LA very long. It's feels like a rat race out here to me. I always come out here with a certain intention of playing music, and it used to happen more. It used to just come together. Of course, it was easier when I had my car. I don't have a car right now, so maybe I'll get a car. But I'm feeling like it's not convenient in the way it used to be for me. It used to be a lot more convenient in LA because I knew more people. I'm still gonna go see my friend Marshawn. I'm gonna jam with Logan. But see, Logan, I was gonna jam with Logan Sunday. That got moved to Monday. And I just don't think I'm gonna spend that long out here because it's there's a lot of this. Here's the thing. Okay. I honestly have no issue with people that want to camp out on the streets in their campers and all that. But when I was walking in the valley, oh, I don't care. I am fatter than I want to be, actually. You can fat shame me because I'm actually supposed to lose some weight. But anyway, I'm 49. It's harder. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I don't have an issue. I think, like, actually, if homeless people are well behaved and they keep stuff clean, it should be no issue. It's fine. I mean, rents are so high now. But the issue I have in the valley and some other places is they literally take up the whole sidewalk. So you can't just walk down the sidewalk anymore. You're like dodging these vans when you're walking down the street. But that's just how it is out here. That's what it is now, And it's not really like the fault of people that don't want to spend $2,000 a month on rent. I totally get that. Thank you so much. Love you back. So, in 2012, when I was staying at the Weekly, granted it was shared restrooms, but it was like $190 a week. That's doable. $190 a week. That's $380. It's about $760 a month. Now that's like bottom of the barrel though. That's like you don't have your own restroom. What's funny is this place that I used to stay, I actually had a sink, but no restroom. So I get the feeling that a lot of people, they got a sink in their room. Sometimes when they got to take a leak, not that I did this, but I think a lot of people in those rooms, they probably take a leak in the sink, They don't want to wait for the restroom. Anyway. So, what was happening then, I was actually on unemployment at the time, which covered most of it. So I just had to come up with a couple hundred a month. I had a little bit of savings anyway. So it kind of worked out. But then when I ran out, I moved out. How's it going, man? I moved out to my friend Marshawn's house, and that's the first time I lived in my friend Marshawn's house, but I had been there a lot. And that's also the same summer that I met Logan, who I've been playing music with ever since. Now, even though we don't play all the time, I don't think, I think like it's gotten so seldom that it's like even in a year we just play a few times now. Whereas, 2015 we were playing all the time together. 2016 I moved back to Santa Rosa. We played here and there, but we played enough to put out some really good recordings, and I'm going to be recording with him some of my new material. So I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that. Okay, over here used to be a big orange bank. It was called Orange, but I don't think it's here anymore. And also, what used to be right by where I used to live over here was the New Art, and it's still here. And New Art is a very famous movie theater. And right by there is a famous DVD movie rental place where I used to see famous comedians. They weren't famous at the time, but as famous as Hannibal Buress, Josh Fadem, just people that played at that place. And it was really close to where I lived, so I would go and see these guys play there. And actually, when I got a gig at Canner's, I had Josh Fadem open for us. And then he went on to be in Better Call Saul. He was the guy holding the camera, with the glasses. He was in Twin Peaks, stuff like that. I think he moved back to Tulsa. He's from Tulsa originally. But he does a lot of funny slapstick stuff where he's like falling off of chairs. He's really funny dude, actually. Really funny guy. So that was like a cool little moment in 2012 where we played and he opened up for us. And then like we played a couple more times, but then like our bass player left, and then I got a different bass player. And then in 2013 we did like one gig that year, and it was a Trip bar in Santa Monica. And then we didn't really play much because in 2014 I went to India, and then Thailand, and then so it was 2015 that we started playing a lot because I moved to North Hollywood, and Logan had a practice space pretty close. So we got to play quite a bit in 2015. And that's when we recorded with Peter DiStefano from Partner for Pirates. We recorded Work My Way Around the World, my song that I wrote in Ireland several time ago. So that was like 10 years before. That's interesting. It's like a physical fitness program over there. Quite interesting, huh? I'm not drinking anything for a while because you gotta take a leak here. It's like, fuck it. Woo. Oh my God, I just had a memory of when I was going to get a job or interviewing for a job. And I just remember going over here to the bus stop and just feeling kind of that feeling of, I don't really want to go to this place, but I feel like I should. That feeling, ugh. So there it is. That's where we used to see the stand-up comedy. Okay, Diego used to work over here. I remember it used to be like a hookah spot here.